Die.
Hello, hey. Well,
Again?
that's at least
Now we're gonna stop.
Welcome back to Jack 3, the king of thieves.
We're not doing that again. We had fun with it at one point, but I don't have any bad third sequels.
Honestly,
except for Team Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Honestly, considering the trend that we're harping on him for, we might as well call this Jack 3 Extermination.
Ha! Jack 3 Annihilation.
Well, no, I was just making cue to the fact that you hate Yoshis.
Yeah. Whoa.
I didn't know my father.
Oh.
I mean, to be fair, he had.
Oh, I gotta let the caterer know.
To be fair, we knew. To be fair, we knew he had an uncle in Jack 1, but we just never mentioned him again.
Yeah, he was like a
Yeah.
one-note character at the very most.
But yeah, I never really talked about his parents.
Jack has parents?
No problem.
Anyway,
I'm good with animals.
ha.
Do I have parents, Jack?
I'll see you out there. Ciao.
So we're going to be using a new kind of vehicle to help round up some. No, actually, not yet. I spoiled
Yeah, I
it,
was
but
about to
later
say.
we'll get the new vehicle later. But for now, we're going to go out to some old ruins to help them round up more Yoshis.
Yeah,
So
you
that
go,
Hype
Jack
can stop.
Racer.
So that Hype can stop ragging on me for killing them all the time. We're going to save some more.
Me.
Well, both of you.
Well, anyway.
Yeah, we both have.
Anyway, yeah, Logan was jumping the gun there, but let's just say that once we get that new vehicle, he literally will be jumping the gun.
It's one of my favorite vehicles in the game.
Da-da-da. Whee!
Oh, Lord.
Ow!
That's a
Ow!
good thing.
Ow!
This thing's durable. Probably said
So
that in the last part.
Yeah, but if you...
I already forgot.
Go ahead.
I was about to say, you say it's durable, but if you look closely, there's no real protective hood on the top, so whenever they take a tumble, they take a tumble with it.
Oh, they feel it. So, yeah, I guess just talk about the HUD. Fairly simple. Lower left, the red circles are our turbo boosts. The green is our health. If the car blows up, we game over.
Well, it's a good thing you didn't tempt fate there and try to run to the wall.
Oh, no, you can do a lot of...
Actually-
Okay, here we go. We gotta find 3 Yoshis, drive up close to them, and then Dax will take over. And the last bit I'll say is that you have to lead them back to the center pit over there. And if you run into any cacti or walls, then you have to start over, getting to another lever lizard.
Yeah. In all fairness to this level, it is a bit tricky, especially once you get
Rogan.
What were you saying?
Yeah, go ahead. It's all you know.
Yeah, you were talking about, like, game overs and whatnot. Is the method of, like, death and respawn here the exact same as it was in Jack 2?
Yes.
I gotta find the pen.
Oh, jeez, see, don't run into cacti.
Just like
Whoop.
that.
And we're just right back to it. And I do believe it saves your progress after each leaper lizard caught, so don't worry.
But yeah,
Yay.
I will say, in terms of this mission, it is a little awkward once Daxter gets on the leaper's back.
Well, it's also because you have to be very careful because the transition will happen without any warning, which means it's happened to me before.
Yeah.
If these leapers are currently facing a wall when Dax jumps out, you're just gonna run right into the wall.
God damn, Dax, that's... You were barely like a few feet away from actually...
Oh, jeez.
There we go.
There you go. Yeah, I was about to say, it looks like the range on... It looks like the range from when you're able to get close enough to Daxter being able to jump on, it seems a little loose in this.
Also, it should be known...
Whoa.
Come on!
Wow.
Oops.
It should also be said the handling of the Yoshi lizards is a lot more finicky when you're Daxter. He does not have quite the same amount of...
Oh.
I killed another one by accident. He doesn't have quite the same control.
Don't go fooling me like that. That was on purpose.
I wasn't trying to. Yeah, Dax does not have the same kind of control as Jack does. There you go. Oh, jeez.
Well, as Jack said, he was good. Well, like Jack said, he's good with animals. Daxter, on the other hand, he chased on.
Okay, and it has happened before. If you hit one of the arches, it will still count as a death. You have to like thread the needle right into the holding pit.
Yeah, it is a bit finicky, but that's about it, really.
Yeah.
Aside from that, this mission's pretty short.
I see one.
Rarely.
I do want to ask...
Oh,
oh, boy.
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba.
Back to you, Hype.
Anyway, I do want to ask, let's say, kind of like what you did before, you accidentally do kill off some of these during the mission. Do they supply you with more than enough of them to be able to complete the mission?
Oh yeah,
Oh.
they do. In fact, I want to say they respawn.
They probably respawn, and again, we only need 3, and they give you like 12 at any given time.
Alrighty.
Yeah, that's right.
And that's it. We already did it. This game, this game's pacing is a little bit easier with the missions too.
Oh, actually,
They're
speaking of
usually
jumping the
shorter
gun.
bursts.
You got some talent, kid.
Thank you.
Have another one of me vehicles. You earned it.
Yay!
Damn straight. Would it be too much to ask for a foot rub?
Dax.
Wishing your luck.
Didn't think so.
Yeah, that's Dax.
Well, to be fair, he does do a lot of running in that part.
Well,
Meet the
remember,
leaper.
remember, Dax. This guy could have eaten you if Jack lost the race.
Yep. Oh, okay. There.
Yeah.
I was about to say something like, "Oh yeah, we almost never have to change.
Ow.
It's very linear now." There are choices. So this is the Dune Hopper. You hold down the L1 button and release it to spring up into the air. Which, if you combine that, oh, it also has a grenade launcher. If you combine that with a turbo boost just before you release it, you can book it across these these sand dunes.
Speaking of speaking of launchers, I don't know if it's just me, but the turbine on the back looks like a double-end cannon.
Oh no, yeah. Oh dang, I didn't pick it up. But yeah, no. It's pretty much a jet engine. And we need the Dune Hopper to make some of these jumps to get to a precursor temple that's at the top of these mountains over here. And I hate. I'm only gonna really show this once or twice because I hate making this freaking trip. I hate making this trip, and you have to make this trip quite a few times in the game, both here and back again. There is no fast travel.
Yeah, so there's no, like, and it does look like it can be a little bit cumbersome to do, to jump gaps with this. Is there going to be any point in the game where you have a mission where they expect you to do, some imprecise platforming with these?
This is pretty much the worst of it right here. There we go. This is pretty much the worst of it in terms of the vehicles themselves.
You're not gonna make it.
After that, the most of the platform is just gonna be done by Jack himself.
Okay.
Which again, can I just say that in terms of like this entire franchise, I am still like amazed that despite compare this to any of our videos from Jack 1, if you're controlling Jack and moving around, he controls just like he did in the first game.
Basically.
Up here.
Oh, nice.
You get some precursor orbs if you do this.
This might be jumping the gun here, but are there any new abilities that Jack can learn from in this game that he does in the other two?
Plenty of new things to learn in this game, I will tell you that right away. And we're actually going to learn one of them. Not yet, though. We need to learn a new... Actually, yeah. We're going to go and learn a new ability right now. We just have a bit of a trek ahead of ourselves to get there. We can't, because if you're wondering what that Eye of Sauron thing was, if we go anywhere near it, it's going to raise a bunch of spikes. Nope. If it sees us...
Denied.
If it sees us...
You shall not pass.
Okay, let's look at these weapons. Blaster damage upgrade or scattergun rate of fire upgrade? So, like, see, this... I'll get that.
Yeah,
Better clear damage. Right. So this is... So that is what they've now delegated all those little upgrades that we used to get from crew in the second game.
Yep. Interesting.
So there is some incentive to using precursor orbs for that in this game. I'm not going to prioritize any of the mini games though. You can, if any viewers want to try that, feel free. I'm just not going to waste time with that in this little commentary we're doing.
All right.
But just know that.
Time to waste.
But just know that you can do things such as find the. You can do things like, find the precursor orb, or do a little race out in the desert. Like, there are various little challenges you can do and things. Like, of course, there will be...
Also, they're kind of like the skill points in the Spyro games.
The what?
Skill points?
The skill points in the Spyro games. The proto-achievements.
No, they're more... No, they pretty much are... They actually are more or less the same as they were in the second game, where, like, they're little coins you got for completing mini-games.
Okay.
That's all, really.
And do they actually serve a purpose here compared to the second game?
Oh yeah, as I was saying, like a lot of the gun upgrades you can get, like doubling your ammo, giving yourselves a faster rate of fire, damage upgrades. You're gonna have to buy those with precursor orbs now.
Ooh.
So they're not as optional, but they're still
They
optional.
lost an expedition of monks on the volcano.
Someone was
I bet
kind
they
enough to
built
leave
these
us a
gliders to reach the
Hangglider.
top.
Yeah, lost being the operative word. If they vanished, don't
Yeah.
you think that was a sign? Hello?
Yeah, but you've got me. All we have to do is hit those accelerator rings and we're golden.
Jack,
no.
aren't I
Few
supposed to be
feathers
the
here,
obnoxious,
no
condescending one?
No feathers, no flyer the axle. There's no way you're gonna get me on some precursor monk crap. Absolutely zippo chance.
Really?
Finito. Fat chance. Not gonna happen. Nope. Nuh-uh. Never.
Let's fix that.
Away!
I still love that part.
I'm just gonna borrow this. So this
Open Defiance.
this can be a very annoying section if you're not done doing this properly. So let me just say right now, it seems tempting. Don't use the beam reflector, because what's going to happen is that it's going to it will bounce between it'll bounce between multiple rings, so it'll start activating and closing rings that I don't want closed. Like if you were to if you shoot a ring that is not closed, it will close it. That's how you cycle between their stages or whatever.
Hearing that kind of makes me think back to the freaking Clockla boss fight.
Yeah, kind of like that. Also, there we go. Also, one thing I will say is I feel like looking below, because it definitely doesn't look the same. I want to say this is interesting. Like this is an entirely like low poly render of the wasteland they made specifically for this mission and this mission alone, or
Pretty
gliding
much.
over it.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Or they just took the exact same set piece and just completely just toned
poly-
it down.
Well, because when I look at that, I'm reminded of the low poly Haven City for when you're on the palace's like tower or something.
Oh yeah, like that. Like if you were to look really close enough at that, it's like there's barely any detail in there whatsoever. But they did it that way because it's not like you're gonna see it from way up there.
Nah, and if you're wondering, hype, I don't think you have to be like pinpoint accurate. I think even like part of your wing can hit the ring and it'll be enough. Like there.
That's good. Oh, yeah, that's definitely generous.
Also, look at it this way: Daxter gets to finally wield the guns again.
Yeah, well, he does that on vehicles, but yeah, just this can be annoying because if I was to die right now, guess who's going right back to the beginning?
You.
This is one of the more this is one of the more annoying missions I think in the first act, because yes, the act system is back from the second game. Back to you, hype.
You make the remark about Daxter using guns. I forgot if we brought it up or just never showed it off when we did that multi-part look at. Can Daxter use guns in his spin-off game?
The closest thing he really has to that is the spray
Yeah,
canister.
the bug sprayer. Yeah. Also, I think I lied. Back there, one of those rings made a different sound. I think that means that was a checkpoint. You'll hear it again. You'll hear it again right here.
Checkpoint!
Yeah, the I think that means it's a checkpoint. Oh!
There you
Dang.
have it.
Dude. Well, looks like we're not using that again anytime soon.
Nope.
We can find another way
Now
out.
we can't go back the way we came.
No shit, Sherlock.
Right behind you, partner. Far behind you.
We'll get him down.
Aw.
See, we got him down. It's all good. So, welcome to the Volcano. The monks were wanting to come here because, as is usual, there are precursor artifacts here in the volcano, and metalheads are back.
Oh boy.
Oh, hello.
These guys die.
Oh, how
We're
do we love to
never
hate these
gonna be
guys.
rid of these things, are we?
Nope, they're still alive, and again, like, Core was definitely, like, at the top of the pecking order for a long time, but unfortunately, even with him dead, they're just gonna move about on their own. I doubt they're gonna be around for long. They weren't in Lost Frontier, were they?
I don't think they were.
I think they're just normal. Yeah, I think it was just normal.
Were they in
animals
Jack
that
X?
one. I don't think so.
I don't think so. No.
But yeah,
I mean,
welcome to our first big like platforming area of the game.
Hooray!
Hey, Yoshi.
Now
Oh no!
you-
Come
Hey!
on! I'm not. It's not like I'm gonna hurt you.
It's-
To be fair,
I think that Leaper realized who you were. And
it's like,
ran
oh
the
no!
fuck away.
Oh,
I must warn my brethren.
it's almost as if I've set a bad example for myself. Also, interesting enough, these hopper Earth things.
Oh no!
And to think we gave you all that shit for dropping a few Yoshis down the pit, even though that was clearly out of my control.
Yes. Oh gosh. And interestingly enough, these hopper thingies, which were originally from the last level of Jack 2, are right off the bat here. So again, interesting to. I think they introduced a few
Wait.
new metalhead variants, like maybe one or two, but they're all pretty much the same. These things suck. They take
Yeah.
two
Well, you know
shots
what?
to
She's
kill.
probably not. You know what? She's probably not going to give Logan too much flack about it because she doesn't care about Jack and Daxter.
Well, obviously.
Whoop.
So,
I'm trying to think if there's any of the I guess for lack of a better word, first-party Sony characters that you probably would care about. Like, I
Spyro?
think the closest thing, honestly, even then she's admitted she's not a particularly big Spyro fan.
Ironic,
I mean,
considering the whole point of that series.
Well, I was gonna say, like, it's not to say that she needs to be a fan of everything that's, like, dragon related, but I feel like that's a platform that makes the most out of being a dragon.
Honestly, I just don't see her as a well, okay, granted, there's Horizon Zero Dawn that kind of shoots my point in the foot, but
She went nuts over that game.
Well,
that aside, I can't think of any other Sony related games she's really big on.
I thought Horizon Zero Dawn was also for the Xbox.
No, that's a Sony exclusive.
Yep. Oh, they actually
Okay.
shot the Yoshi. Well, I tried not to kill him, but fate had me point the trigger at the other thing.
Well, because you clearly weren't looking where you were
So
shooting.
let's get to the new big thing that this series does. We can't go that way. We
Okay.
need help.
Help from who?
Wait here. I'll be back.
Oh, hey, we're getting some help from Daxter. And this, much like before, does feel like something straight out of Crash Bandicoot.
Yeah, this is well, and again, I feel like that's fun. That's fine and all, considering it's Naughty Dog.
Developer or something.
Yeah.
Also makes you wonder, if Jack wasn't even a thing, they just stuck to Daxter. You think it would have very well have just been a more advanced Crash Bandicoot?
Except we got a Daxter game, and it was nothing like Crash Bandicoot.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, just in terms of gameplay, obviously nixing the whole bug spraying mechanic. Would you say that Daxter here plays pretty similarly to how he does in Daxter?
Oh,
Not really, no.
not at all.
This was a little
He's
more
a lot.
fast-paced.
He's a lot lighter, loose in his feet, and look at that. He didn't even need a freaking bug fly sword thing. He just punched that thing 3 times its size right in the chest and dead.
Yeah, this is essentially just a lighter, faster Jack.
Minus the guns. But now we have moved into place, we can help him proceed.
And I want to say that's one of the only
do
few
it.
times you actually get to play as Daxter.
Oh.
Oh boy. Well, that worked.
Well, at
Wow,
least it didn't drop.
Goodness, they really don't build these structure supports like they should. I'm coming,
Seriously.
Jack.
Hey, look, Dax. Hey, look, Jack. I made a bridge. Only took like,
You're
10
gonna
seconds.
Thank me later, Jack.
He's fun.
Honestly,
Easy
forget
does
it.
it.
I really do forget if you actually play as Daxter in any other section
Yes.
aside from this.
Oh,
Okay.
dude. Well, first off, in this section alone, I think you play as him for like at least 2 more, maybe 1 more. You play as him another couple times in this section, then you play as him a couple more times towards the end of Act 2.
I honestly forgot. I guess I probably forgot about that part. It's just that the whole thing of Daxter being playable in the Jack and Daxter series is just usually feels so underplayed, especially compared to say Clank, who's usually playable in just about all of them.
Yeah. Except for in Secret Agent Clank, which I didn't really care too much.
Yeah, that was
Or
just,
as
that was
Giant
just-
Clank.
Oh boy.
Or as Giant Clank in Size Matters, which, yes, let's get this out of the way. Famously, I picked up the PS2 version of it, which I found out was just a lame upscaled port of the original, not even re-rendered it. They just literally took the PSP and just made it bigger.
Basically, is it
For
about
the
as
PSP
janky?
port
Is
of
it still a janky?
Yes, and if you can believe it, oh lordy,
Whoops!
Whoop.
Down you go.
let's try that again.
Take 2.
If you can, and if you can believe it,
Ooh.
fine, I'll just come out and say it. On the second mission, which has me you play one mission running around as Ratchet, then immediately the second thing you do in the game is, okay, we need to push a rock down so we can use it as a platform. So it's up to Daxter again.
Do I have to do everything?
Jeez, fine.
This is only the second time you actually had to do something.
I'm still amazed that when you found the Dark Eco, your little headband thingy still came out the right size.
Seriously, it's like
Actually, I don't think you had one in the first game.
no, he did.
Oh, okay, he did. Yeah.
He always had a headpiece, even back when he was still a geeky human boy.
Boy, oh lordy.
Nope.
Let's try that again. So,
Honestly, considering I'm just surprised he actually doesn't have his buck teeth anymore.
oh yeah, he did
You're
have
right.
those. But yeah, no, as you can see,
Dark Eco.
This-
Good dental health.
Exactly.
the sliding's not the best.
Well, anyway, what were you saying earlier about size matters?
I was saying, besides matter, second mission, you're playing this giant Clank, robot flying around in space, and you're shooting down a spaceship, and phew, and the level of difficulty suddenly was just so much harder than I was expecting. I literally ended up selling the game because I didn't want to play it anymore just because that second mission just kept kicking my butt.
I want to ask about the second PSP game, Quest for Booty. Is that any better?
Wait, what? No, that's a PS3.
That's a PS3 game.
Not PSP.
I don't think.
Wait, I thought Quest for Booty was.
No,
that's
the second.
That's the sequel to Tools of Destruction.
The second PSP game was Secret Agent Clank,
Yeah.
Oh.
which as you can imagine,
again,
was supposed to be the Baxter.
It's okay. That's about it.
Uh-huh. Is it at all related to the Secret Agent Clank stuff from Up Your Arsenal?
It may as well be, from what I remember.
Come on!
Like, it doesn't even treat itself as like officially part of the Ratchet and Clank universe. It's just well.
Whoop.
You miss me?
Yeah. I admit it, unfortunately, and I'm legally obligated to, so yeah. Come on!
Anyway, yeah, as far as I'm concerned, Secret Agent Clank, I think it just runs on its own, well, sort of TV universe.
Gotcha. So is
Right.
it all? So is it all being set up like it's supposed to be, like all part of the TV show, or is it kind of like Vault?
Kind of like Vault, except not really. It's hard to say, really.
Okay.
Honestly, the writing in that game just doesn't entirely add up to me. Like, yeah, you got Clank just being his typical Secret Agent Clank self, but then you also got Captain
that's
Quark
enough.
in his own occasional
Doesn't
section.
look like it's blocking it up at all.
Yeah, that's
Sorry.
Anyway, yeah, you got Clank being his Secret Agent Clank persona, Ratchet, who's obviously been put in jail over a crime he didn't commit, and then you got Quark of all people, who just appears out of nowhere, just retelling this fabricated story to this kid for his little English project or something.
Actually,
That's
the way
pretty
you
much about
explain
it,
that, is
really.
it kind of the way you explain it, is it not entirely dissimilar to the PS4 game where the entire thing was basically just Quark telling a story to his jailmate?
Basically, yeah.
Oh,
Of course, that's only
what's his face?
It's only with the Captain Quark stuff. Everything else is literally just happening on its own terms.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Alright, we finally made it to the top where another Dark Eco satellite was supposedly found,
Ooh.
which is what Scene was talking about. And one of her monks went up here and never came back, and wow, this thing's been busy.
I wonder why.
Yeah.
What was it doing? Oh, there's the monk.
Oh,
Looks like I
that's
didn't
why.
agree with him.
Don't touch it, Daxter. Who knows what more dark ego would do to you?
Don't touch
That's a good
Look at me,
point.
Jack. I'm short, I'm hairy, and I itch in strange places. I couldn't do worse.
Really?
Thanks. I know what I'm doing. Oh, yeah!
Huh.
Cold, clammy, dead hands. Oh, I can't look.
Well.
Oh gosh. And power.
Oh,
Jack?
Ooh.
Jack?
he turned invisible.
Hiya, buddy.
Wait,
Oh,
It's a
Oh,
dark
boy.
power, Dax. Some kind of invisibility.
Yeah, well, cut it out. If you moved that fast a long time ago, I'd still be wearing pants.
nice shout out to Jack
You
One.
know what I really miss? Soft underpants. You know how it lifts and cradles?
He never's gonna let it go.
He really isn't.
Also, to be fair, the fact that we were moving so fast, that's how we got Dexter in that situation, because we threw that bomb thingy.
Yeah, that was technically our fault, but hey, look at
We
it
should
this
just
way.
run.
Like we've grown up since then. I mean, hell, we've learned how to talk.
I flinched when I should have scurried.
And we grew a beard.
We did grow
A goatee.
goatee.
It's
Which
basically it's baby's first beard.
Which I love the fact that apparently people were so against it to the point where one of the first cheat codes you get is just to turn off the goatee in Jack 2.
I mean, I don't know if we've already brought it up. It's like I don't really mind the goatee. I just think
It's just
I think they could have done a little more with it. Like maybe make it not just look like just a tuft of hair just there.
I think it's the fact that it's freaking green. I think
Well-
that helps, makes it look weirder.
Well, yeah, but then again, Jack's hair is already sort of greenish.
So yeah, so power we just learned is whenever we touch those dark, I'm not going to say what they are, but they look like a villain we will see later in the game. When we touch these idle thingies that look like something bad, we turn invisible temporarily.
Well, what do you know? But yeah, just to
That's-
go back on the hair thing real quick, is like, I don't mind the goatee either. I mean, I don't find it as offensive as Ryu's beard.
Ugh, yeah. Honestly,
That's fine.
Ryu with a beard just looks unnatural.
Nah, whatevers. So, join us in the next part where we'll be using our new power to go further into the Precursor Temple and learn something game-changing.
Ooh.
Bye.
Till next time, guys.
Stay clean shaven.